Chris Geiger. Welcome to No Movies in Hell.
I'm Class Scott, and today we are reviewing 3,000 Years of Longing with Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton.
Just seeing those two, like I knew that I would want to see this movie. And then,
Oh, yes.
yeah, right. The story is great. It's like a little fable or myth. And I thought they did a really good job with production quality. Like each scene was beautiful and really well done. I like this movie a lot.
I liked it. I really like George Miller. What did he did Max, or the recent Mad Men, and I just love the special effects, like the vibrancy of this film. I can't remember. It was one of those films where it seemed longer than I thought. But when sitting in the theater and watching it, I'm like, okay, was it a very long movie, or were there so much stuff packed into it that it felt like kind of a long movie? I kind of felt like pieces could have been cut out, but for the most part, I enjoyed the film. The story, I was just like, I the ending, I was just, I don't know. I feel like I wanted a little more from it.
Like when you say you wanted a little more, say more about that.
Yes. So I felt like it was very incomplete. Did she, spoiler alert, I guess, you know, let me set the stage and do some housekeeping. Spoiler alert. Did she let him go with her last wish, right? And kind of that buildup of, leads to some type of consequence for either the person who is the wisher or the genie. And since he's seen so much in such this crazy span of time, if he goes, then he wouldn't be able to effectively live his life. He'd have to start over again because he couldn't have those same relationships with people from the past. And so I was just like, well, she knows, whatever. And it seemed like her life was pretty complete for the most part. Like she was doing the things that she wanted to do. She was traveling the world, X, Y, and Z. Like, did she need a genie in her life? Probably not. So I was just kind of like, was it free will that he would, continue to visit her, or was that on his own because he grant people wishes?
I mean, I took it as like because she used her last wish to wish that for him, like that he be wherever he wanted to be, that he really did love her and would come back to see her on his own.
Mm.
But it can be interpreted in many ways. I That's what I like about it. I think I always like open-ended endings more than fully
Close,
closed,
like,
like full closure. I feel like full closure isn't real. Like, I mean, I know
yeah.
a movie that's not real, but it's very
Well,
lifelike. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think it was a good movie.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to the slides. That pans out. We both gave it better than average. I give it a little bit
Yes.
higher. Reader's choice, I definitely would give it a 3. Like I definitely would recommend to lots of people. And story, I give it a 3 too. You gave it a 2 for costumes.
Yeah, I mean, the costumes were good, but I think for the most part, they really just, the genie just sat around in a robe. But I do like all the cinematography, obviously the special effects of going back to all of these empires and revisiting a lot of these stories and themes and really cool things that they did with the shots. Yeah, I mean, I really liked it from a technical perspective and from that point of view. When it comes to bringing a world together, I just felt that it was really soft on like getting back to her reality, getting back to like when she goes, back to England and her neighbors and all this other stuff. It was almost as if it did never happen, and she just has this like open bottle, and then you realize like, oh, he came with her, but is he is he still on the job essentially? Or, what are her wishes? So yeah, I thought it was good.
Awesome. Do you have anything to plug in this episode?
Um, no, I don't have, I mean, there's a ton of fall movies that are coming out, so they will definitely, and we have now our content on YouTube, so please like and subscribe. And if you comment, we just might comment back. Always looking for really great film recommendations, and hopefully we are able to see them in the theater or on streaming in the US. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. Am I missing some I'm like, am I missing
Apple.
anything? Yeah, Apple TV.
So I think for sure like and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.